Free trade agreements, or FTAs, are fundamental to Singapore's existence and in creating jobs for its people. In a ministerial statement to Parliament, Health Minister Ong Ye Kung has addressed claims by Progress Singapore Party over a trade pact between Singapore and India, commonly known as CECA. One allegation accuses the FTA of causing Singaporean workers to lose their jobs to Indian nationals here.
If we accept this basic reality that Singapore needs the world to earn a living, then we would realize the fundamental importance of all our FTAs. They are a keystone of the economic superstructure that we have built.
Mr. Ong, who's a former trade negotiator, stresses that Singapore's network of 26 FTAs has attracted global companies to set up base here. 750 companies have made Singapore their regional headquarters. This in turn has created jobs for Singaporeans. When Singapore firms expand overseas, they are protected through regulations under the agreements too. He adds that CECA had given Singapore a first-mover advantage in India, just as it was starting to become an economic powerhouse. Total trade between the two countries jumped 90% from 2005 to 2019, partly as a result of reduced trade tariffs. Local companies also began to invest more in India. Singapore's direct investment in the country grew by nearly 50 times. As these companies grew regionally, they created more jobs at home. Mr. Ong acknowledges that FTAs can be controversial, though, especially in sensitive areas.
One example is right of taxation by governments. Another one is national security. A third one is immigration. Every country holds the view that there cannot be unfettered movement of people across borders. That would create social unrest and a big public uproar. Governments must retain the ability to impose immigration and border controls, and FTAs cannot undermine that. Hence, in all FTAs and also WTO agreements, you will find that immigration powers are strongly and prominently preserved and protected.
Mr. Ong adds that immigration matters are clearly set out in CECA. Our government retains full rights on who can enter to live, work, or become PRs or citizens.
Nothing in this agreement implies Singapore must unconditionally let in PMEs from India. Then what are the obligations of Chapter 9 of CECA? They are highly specific, such as require the parties to process applications for temporary entry with some expedition and with certain transparency, such as informing the applicants of the outcome of their applications and not leave them in suspense.
He also responds to PSP's claim that Indian nationals can freely come to work here for a year if they belong to the 127 categories of professionals under CECA.
This is false because all foreign PMEs have to meet our work pass conditions in order to come and work here. The listing shows the types of Indian professionals who may apply to work in Singapore. It does not mean that we must approve their application. India, for its own reasons, requested for such a list, similar to what they have in their FTAs with Korea and Japan.
These restrictions also apply to intra-corporate transferees who are overseas employees posted to a company branch or subsidiary here.